Hello everybody, I am Spegtacular, the Silvertacular. I got my safe haven right here on my table. I got some silver and gold because, you know, on this channel, I heavily recommend having some silver and gold. Man, we're in some chaotic times right now. The world is going nuts more and more every single day. I want to talk about some things going on, some things that, you know, kind of worry me a little bit, and talk about how just much I believe that you should have a little silver and gold, at the very least, a little bit. Well, hello everybody. I seek to educate and entertain through my journey of collecting coins and stacking precious metals. I encourage you to subscribe and please stay with me on this journey. I am Spegtacular, the Silvertacular. We're hearing news about war with Russia and Ukraine, right? And now in the news it's saying that, we're telling our troops, about 8,500 of our troops, get ready to go because we're about to go to war. We're about to go help out Ukraine with Russian conflict. And it's crazy because if we go to war, if Russia decides it's time, right, the whole world is going to get involved. The whole world. And is that potentially World War III? I mean, is this happening? I don't know. It's definitely a scary time. It's one of those moments where, what can you do, right? You're just like, I'm just going to watch the news, or I'm not going to watch the news. I'm just going to, put my head in the sand. And that's a fine approach. If that's the way you want to go about life, no big deal. But you got to do something at home, right? Like, how can you protect yourself? I think that this right here can definitely be it. What's on my table, a little precious metals, can definitely just, help you out a little bit. Because when we start going to a war, and especially if it's a war against some place like Russia, where it's going to be just long and drawn out, most likely, you're going to want a safe haven, something that's going to, stand the test of time. And gold and silver has always done that. So you've seen a lot of stuff like in today's markets, big time roller coaster. Bitcoin is a big one. And listen, I'm not right here today, at least, trying to say anything positive or negative about Bitcoin. I just want to say that I'm noticing a large decline right now. And take that as you wish. Maybe you want to buy the dip and you think it's a good opportunity. But I want you to know that Big Brother Biden is actually supposed to sign some executive orders in February about cryptocurrencies. And the specifics are kind of a little hazy about exactly what the policy is going to be. But it looks like basically, is our government, is the United States government, able to benefit from cryptos in some way? And if so, how can they? And looks like that's going to be kind of what's going to happen, right? So, the whole thought process behind a decentralized currency in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies seems to kind of go out the window when government's now getting involved with this stuff. So it's a little crazy. I know a lot of people on my channel, they say like, oh, well, there's ways to invest in Bitcoin where you don't have to let anybody know about it. And that's great and interesting if you want to go through that. Unfortunately, the big exchanges like Coinbase, Crypto.com out in, Poland, I think, or Sweden, one of those two, they are the reasons why cryptos have really started to boom and to go crazy. Because now it's easier than ever for people just to go ahead and get involved with those exchanges and buy and sell their favorite cryptos just like that. Rather than go and get a wallet here and do all the undercover stuff. It's just so much easier doing it that way. And that's what people need and want in investments, is ease, right? That's probably why people kind of hesitate on physical silver and gold a little bit, and why if you are investing in silver and gold, you're kind of a minority to some degree, because it's not the easiest stuff to get, right? You got to go online, you got to buy it, you got to wait for it to come to you. You have to find your place locally that has this stuff. You got to, get cash out usually. Maybe they do take credit card. You can do that, whatever. Make sure that they actually have it in stock, and then you can bring it back. And it's a little bit more of a hassle than just being, just waking up in your PJs and going like, oh, I'm buying this many coins of this or this many shares of this. It's a little bit more difficult. But physical silver and gold, to me, is the bee's knees. I tell you what, when it comes to investments and safe haven, it's just been, for me personally, it's been the best possible thing that I could ever ever want. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not the only investment that I have. I got a little bit of it all. I got some cryptos, I got some stocks, I got, well, this stuff, as you can see. I got all kinds of little investments. Sometimes even collectibles. I view those as investments, things that I can flip after a couple years that, I know are going to do good. But yeah, just cryptos are very scary right now. And seeing the decline on those right now, just hitting heavy, tens of thousands of dollars, and Bitcoin just gone. And I know a lot of friends of mine, they were like, oh, I'm going to invest in that SHIB, I'm going to invest in Doge. And they're seeing their, returns just disappear. My portfolio on cryptos is at about half of what it was just a month ago. So, I don't have a whole lot of money in there, but it stinks when you see half gone. And not to say anything better about it, but the stock market has been just, kind of plummeting for me too. I've watched thousands of dollars disappear in a couple weeks now out of the stock market. And, I'm there for the long haul too. And just kind of like, biting my tongue and just watching it go down, watching it go down. What can I do? What can I do? Just keep buying this stuff, right? Gold, really, right now, with everything that's been going on and the conflict and the inflation rate and stuff of, oh my goodness, man, we didn't even talk about that. 7% inflation on the dollar, but that's really a lot more than that, right? And you see so many companies right now trying to go, oh well, inflation, prices got to go up. And it's just a trickle effect. It keeps on just hurting everybody. All these price increase. Dollar General is no longer a dollar. It's $1.25. Is that ever going to go back? No, eventually it's going to be $2. It's just going to keep going up. And if you are a grocery shopper like I am, you see it each and every day. You go to that grocery store and you're just like, oh man, I remember when this stuff was like $1. In fact, I had an argument with my wife just the other day, and I wish I knew what the product was. But she goes, I think it was baby powder. She goes, oh, baby powder can't be more than $1. And we don't have any babies, by the way. It's for pouring silver. So ask me later what that's all about. But she says, oh, it can't be more than $1. And I said, nothing is $1 right now. I said, nothing in the store. Nothing is $1. Even like a pack of gum, which used to be like what, 25 cents. Remember when a pack of gum was like 25 cents? Well, now it's like $2.30 something cents for like this pack of gum. And I'm like, nothing is $1. That's not how it works anymore. And it's funny to hear her like just, say that stuff. And because I do the shopping, I do the grocery shopping, and I see it all the time, just steadily increase. I've watched this little price of their peanuts. I've watched this price of peanuts on this little can. And I remember when it was $1, exactly $1.00, and I was like, oh, what a cute little thing to buy right there. A little can of peanuts. The kids would probably like that stuff. And now it's $1.59, $1.69. I mean, like well over 50% increase for this little can of peanuts in a short amount of time. And I've just been watching that can of peanuts go up and up and up. I recommend that. Go to your grocery store and just watch one thing. Something obscure. Don't watch milk, because milk fluctuates a lot sometimes. Watch just something obscure that doesn't go out of style. It just, it's always sitting there. And just keep an eye on that and just watch the price change little by little. It's kind of fun, but also sad at the same time. But anyways, yeah, everything's going down. Stock market, cryptos, the US dollar. Silver actually came down yesterday a little bit, just a smidge. I mean, 60 cents, but after coming up $1 something, I think in 1 week total, it came up almost $1 something. So, silver is moving, but gold has really been just killing it, hasn't it? I mean, we're at, near highs with gold, and it's just been kind of maintaining. I think a lot of countries are starting to even put their money into gold. And I mean, they've always been doing that, but they're doing it more and more than ever right now, just holding gold. And there's just so much chaos out there, man. Like, I don't see that gold is ever going to be low again. I know we all wish for it. We are hoping that, gold goes to 600 again. It goes to 1,000, goes to 1,200. Shoot, I'll take $1,400 gold. I don't think it's happening, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think it's going back to the old times like that. I think we're stuck here where we are, and we're actually probably going to be stuck at an upper level. So, I have a gold challenge on my channel, try to encourage people to buy gold. I don't benefit from that in any kind of way, really. If you buy gold or not buy gold, I sleep the same and I wake up, in the same bed every single day. I think it's for you, to put a little bit of money into gold, invest that way, and just store it away. Just have it sitting there just in case. It's for your benefit. Anyways, listen, enough rambling. Let me talk about some silver on the table. First of all, This is all one theme right here. All this silver you see before you. One theme, and that is Mexico. I want you guys to know, and girls, everybody who watches the channel, I love precious metals. Number one, I love Mexican precious metals. Number two, a lot. There's a lot of old U.S. currency that I just adore. Morgan dollars, peace dollars. Love that stuff. Absolutely adore it. But Mexican currency, almost across the board, I mean, it's just so interesting and beautiful to me. Let me show you something right here that actually kind of warms my heart a little bit. So, you know, I just recently got a milestone on my channel, 40,000 subscribers. So thank you all very much for building this channel with me and just, you know, pumping those numbers up. Greatly appreciate it. Trying my best to, you know, hang out with you all and be entertaining and show things that we all like, coins, precious metals, all of it. George actually reached out to me. He's, you know, watched me for a while, and he's actually reached out to me on Instagram. And George sent me this right here. He says, hey, as kind of a remembrance of that 40,000 subscriber mark, I want you to have this coin right here. And here it is. A 1982 1 ounce Mexican silver Libertad. I mean, MS64, it's beautiful. I love this coin. I love that George thought of me like that. And never, ever something anybody has to do. I don't want you to think, oh, I got to reward this guy for making a video. No, George just wanted to do something. And so, George, thank you so much. And George may never see this deep into the video, but I'm thinking about you, George, and I'm definitely going to, you know, treasure this piece and hold on to it. And I wish I'd just send it back to NGC and label it George. That would be that'd be so cool. So thank you, George. That's a prized little possession in my stack for sure. I greatly appreciate it. I do have other Libertads. I'm always in the market to buy these Libertads right here, and these old ones. The new ones too, for sure, but man, they get expensive sometimes. But the old Libertads, man, I've been finding them for around $35 a pop, and if I ever find them for that price, man, I pick them up all the time. I mean, I'll buy every one I see at that price. I think that they're a great coin. I love how thick they are. I love that they have the edge lettering on there. I don't know if you can see that really well. I don't really want to touch them without my gloves on, but you can see the edge lettering on there. It's a super, super awesome coin. And I would argue that it is a coin. I know it doesn't really say, you know, any kind of denomination on there, but I think that the Mexico actually recognizes it as a coin. So, hey, I'm with Mexico on this one. I'm going to recognize it as a coin as well. But they're gold. Their gold is cool, too. Like, here we go. Here's a Dos Pesos. I just picked this one up today, actually. I think it was like 94, 95 bucks for this Dos Pesos. Pretty good little deal on there. These are 90% gold. I think we got a lot of our ideas on gold from Mexico. But it's actually a pretty little coin, isn't it? I don't have any kind of airtights for this thing yet. The airtights are actually expensive for these little ones, but it's a pretty, you know, it's a pretty coin. It says Dos Pesos on there, and it gets to all the information. A lot of these coins that are gold from Mexico, they were actually restrikes after a certain date. So, you know, is that okay? Sure, I mean, whatever. You know, it's not as cool as an original that might be a little bit more sought after because the mintage is lower. But, you know, restrikes on these right here are typically pretty cool. Sometimes coin shows actually have rules and regulations against restrikes. They don't allow coins to be sold at coin shows that have been, you know, a restrike coin. But Mexico is one of those coins that it gets by a lot of that because it's kind of like well known in the hobby and accepted. So Mexico coinage for the most part gets behind, you know, the little ruling right there. Little information for you. Little, if you didn't know, you know now. And here's a 5 pesos. I only have one of those. And these were 20 pesos or 20 pesos, however you want to say it. However you want to say it the right way would probably be the best way. But I love these, man. The little Aztec calendar on there. Recently picked those up at a fun show, which is a large coin show here in Florida. And of course, my all-time favorite, the big old chunky 50 pesos. These are cool coins. If you haven't had one of these yet in your hand, get one if you can. I mean, they're definitely expensive now. You're talking about like 1.2 something ounces of gold in this right here. And they're 90% gold. So 1.2 ounces of actual gold in this, it makes it a hefty coin. It's a large size. And again, I think the ones right here that are 1947 printed on there, those ones are the restruck ones. But still, beautiful. restrike doesn't mean that it doesn't have the same gold content in there that they did in the past. It just means that there was a demand for them. They needed to make something, and they said, "Hey, I'm not making a whole new die and everything for this. I'm just going with what we know and what we like," and that's what they did pretty much. But Mexican coinage is beautiful. I like these little Quatahamic, guys right here. I know I never say it right, but you know what? It's because I'm American. I can't say anything right. These are actually really cool. These are silver, 90% silver. And some of their coinage, I tell you what, the Mexican stuff, they are all over the place on weird like numbers as far as purity. And, they are what they say they are. Here's so that last one was 90% silver. And this is actually 0.72 silver. So even different than like a Canadian piece, which is 80%. Kind of weird, right? These right here, these little ones down here, I believe those are 10% silver. But it's still a cool coin. Very shiny, very nice. You can get these for almost nothing, I tell you what. Just something cool to collect, I do like coins with precious metals in there, but sometimes I like coins just because I like coins. And of course, the big, beautiful 999 kilo that I got recently last year. This is a beautiful one, right? Whew, kilos feel good. Anyways, I just thought I'd show off some Mexican stuff, tell you about how scared I am about things going on. I really hope there's not going to be a war, because then you start talking about, long-term things and, we got some attrition with the troops, blah, blah, blah. And now I don't know, man, we got to start drafting, and I got cousins and nephews, and I don't want to, I'm probably too old. Push come to shove, they'll send me, they'll send you if push come to shove before this country burns, or anything burns. But you know what I'm talking about? They need the youth, and I don't want to see people that are young have to get forced into war. I don't want to see that. I hope it doesn't go that route, but it doesn't look good. Things aren't looking good right now. Blame the administration right now if you want. I don't know who to blame. I wish things were different. How about that? I can put the blame game on anybody you want me to put the blame game on, and you can do the same thing, but I just wish things were different. And that's all I can say about that. But what am I going to do? Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep stacking precious metals because it's a safe haven. And I believe in the stuff. I believe that after all the smoke clears, gold is definitely going to be the winner. And silver is going to be right there behind like it normally is. So I'm going with what I know to be a clear winner. Definitely stood the test of time. It's not something new out there. It's been around for thousands of years, and it's done fine all of those years. So why would it stop now? Is kind of like kind of the way I'm viewing it. Anyways, long ramble, showing some stuff off, talking about my concerns. Always leave me comments, tell me about your concerns, what you think is going to happen, what you're hoping for, what you're not hoping for. Let's talk about things. Maybe talking will help us all ease up a little bit. I got to go for now, though. Appreciate you for watching, as always, and appreciate you for helping me get to that 40K mark, for sure. Lots of cool stuff coming this year. I hope, God willing, and the creek don't rise. Oh, and real quick, before I go, think about some of your fellow stackers in the community. I'm not allowed to say a lot of names, but, we lost some really, really cool people, due to various things, not just COVID, but various things recently. And definitely put their family in your prayers. I don't know if the families want me to say anything, but you might notice some people commenting on videos, and then all of a sudden they don't comment anymore. And that's because we've lost them, and it's just so sad. I know that we lost one of our female members not too long ago. And again, I don't know if the family wants me to say anything out loud. I don't know. And but it's sad. It's sad to see people go. I know a lot of people right now are recovering. I reached out to another member. Again, I don't know how much they want me to say, but, they were suffering from COVID, and the wife actually had COVID real bad, and it got close. Let's just say that it got close several times for that community member. And so a lot of these people, let's just say people in the community that you don't see anymore, that you haven't seen as much, they seem like they're really kind of like, gone. Maybe reach out to them if you know them. Send them a message. Sometimes people that make these videos, these YouTube videos, I mean, you don't see them for a while. And it's not because they're just bored of YouTube all the time. Sometimes that is the case, but sometimes, man, they're suffering and they're going through things. And, you just look at your subscription feed and whoever happens to be relevant at the time, that's who you're paying attention to. But try not to forget that a lot of us here, if you've watched this video into this long right now, the 20-minute mark, you're definitely part of the community that just wants to be a community. You believe in that. And so reach out to those people that you haven't seen in a while and be like, hey, man, I miss you. Where you been? You okay? Everything fine? It wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt just to let them know you're thinking about them a little bit. And there's a lot of them out there. And I'm finding more and more daily that have been going through some stuff and just kind of like, on the down low have just gone away and are doing their thing. But I tell you what, a little message telling them, hey, just thinking about you and hope you're doing well. I think it would go a long way. Again, we're a community. A lot of fly-by-night people coming in for sure that are never going to be part of the community that, let's just say they want to take and use us because they know that we have a little bit of money. There's a lot of those people out there. But many of us, I say more than not, are community members and want to be in this community and want to support each other and help each other. So sometimes help is just, an email or a message or whatever the case may be, and just say, hey, I hope you're doing okay, praying for you, wishing you the best, whatever the case may be. I got to go for now, though. Rambled on enough. 21 minutes into this thing. Spectacular. Good luck to all of us. I'm out.